Okay, welcome to our webinar. I think that we just started. We welcome everyone today. So please let me know if you can hear us, if you can see our screen right now, and everything is working perfectly. Right. Yes, so I see that you can see and hear us. Very good. Thank you very much. So, welcome to the Atlas webinar. You know already who we are and what Atlas is about. So, as most of you are registered in our database and are interested for our open call, and we are constantly receiving lots of questions from you regarding your proposal. So we decided to dedicate some time to answer your questions. And today we have a pleasure to have two main experts in our project, I can say so. It's Stefan Rehling and Peter Fröhlich. Thank you very much for your time. Stefan Rehling is a coordinator of the whole project, and he works for Fraunhofer Institution. I can't probably no, I can produce the whole name, Fraunhofer Institute for Intelligent Analysis and Information Systems. And Stefan has great experience in science and in project management, and will walk you through the whole idea, the whole concept, and how everything is working in our project. Peter Fröhlich is an entrepreneur. He has two roles in our project. He has a software company and which works in agricultural field of application. And Peter is also a farmer himself, and that makes his expertise unique for our project, and that's why we invited him to answer most of your questions today. And I myself, yeah, you also, most of you know me. My name is Tamara Naidino. I work for ATSTO and coordinate the administrative part of the open call. And all your questions that you are sending to us, they come first to me. Right, I will give the floor to you, Stefan. Just
yes,
please, yeah, tell us about Atlas a little bit more. Thank you.
Many thanks for the introduction, Tamara. Also from my side, welcome to this webinar. Many thanks to all participants for your interest in our Atlas open calls. So what I'm going to do now is to give you a short introduction about the project. I've prepared some slides which I'm going to show. Will take roughly 5 to 7 minutes to go through. And then we will move forward with the program. So I think you can now all see the slides. Maybe
Yes,
just you can see. Perfect,
yeah.
perfect. So as I said, this webinar is about the Atlas open calls, and what I'm going to do is to present you what Atlas actually is. So as already said, I work for Fraunhofer Institute for Intelligent Analysis and Information Systems. I'm the coordinator of Atlas. Just briefly, my background is in computer science, mainly data visualization, data analysis, sensor systems. I've been working in a multitude of research projects in the field of agriculture and various other fields. And since October 2019, I'm coordinating the Atlas project. We have started in October 2019 with the project. And yeah, Atlas is a Horizon 2020 project. It will run 3 years, lots of person months, 9 work packages, and the project has a budget of roughly 13 million euros. There were several questions about the consortium I've seen from all potential participants. Here are the key facts. We are a consortium of 30 partners from 8 different European countries. It is, of course, universities and research institutions, but we have also a very, very intensive industrial involvement. We have more or less all the well-known machinery manufacturers as part of the consortium. We have multiple SMEs in the consortium dealing with all kinds of innovative and digital agriculture. And we have real farmers, we have commercial farms, and we have agricultural cooperatives as part of the consortium. And this whole group forms a really, really good multi-actor approach to the goals of Atlas. Just briefly, the project structure. What you see here is are the 9 work packages we are dealing with in Atlas. Just a brief explanation. What we have here in that work package: service and interoperability architecture. So this is more or less the heart of the project, where we define the system architecture and how the whole Atlas interoperability network is set up. And building on this, on the outcome of this work packages, we have several work packages dealing with data acquisition, data analysis, with machinery and sensor intercommunication. So this is a more hardware-oriented work packages, and we are dealing with knowledge exchange and decision support system. So these are the more high-level algorithms building on the outcome of work package 4, the real data analysis. That's a brief description of the project setup. And so now, what is it all about? So as you probably all know, farming is quite complex. The farmer has lots of things to manage, has a lot of software, different software systems in use. At least the large modern farms have this, and we have also mostly in Europe, we have that setup that we have large heterogeneous fleets. So usually a farmer has machines from different manufacturers on his operation. And the idea and the goal of Atlas is to bring all these things together to make all these different things connected. And especially in Atlas, we are looking at machinery, agricultural machinery. We are looking at sensors. We are looking at sensor platforms, at robots, and to data processing and analysis services. And to make all these different actors in that value chain, so to say, to talk to each other, to communicate with each other, the exchange of data is here the key capability. So interoperability means, at least for Atlas, it means to be able to exchange data. And what we also have in Atlas is the premise that the farmer is in the center of all these actions, and that the farmer has the control where the data flows to. So what we have done so far in Atlas is we have put a lot of effort in defining an overall system architecture on interoperability, the so-called Atlas Interoperability Network. The key principles here are trusted and autonomous participants and a minimum of centralized components. So Atlas is a real network. We don't have centralized data hubs or centralized data silos. Everything is distributed, flexible, and scalable. And the exchange of data is then realized through dedicated connectors, which we call services in Atlas. the high-level reference architecture we designed so far, maybe you have already seen that on the web page, is involving two basic concepts which complement each other. We have, on the one hand, we have the data platform-based data exchange and processing. So that is what you are doing when you are connecting different cloud-based solutions together to realize the data exchange there. And we have an approach which deals with the requirement of having in-field or onboard processing or on-site processing capabilities. This is usually the case if you have lots of data to process in a very short amount of time. If you are working under real-time conditions, you need processing power in the field, on the machine, in the barn. And for this, we also designed the architecture for a system able to involve some sort of apps which you can then run on dedicated hardware in a dedicated framework. So these are the two main concepts here we have in that architecture. As I already explained, we are dealing a lot with sensor and data analysis in Atlas. Here you see a brief overview of all the different things which are mainly done in work package 4. Lots of sensors, lots of robots, lots of sensor platforms, lots of data to be produced. And of course, all participants in the open calls have access to the expertise in these working groups, and also to the sensor data which will be produced there. We have in Atlas 13 agricultural operations available to the consortium, either commercial farms, but also research farms, or a combination of them. And the farms are located over whole Europe. It's five different countries where we have the test sites running, and lots of different things are planted and grown there. So we have orchards, we have arable crops, and also we have livestock farming there. Here you see another overview where the pilot sites are located. We have defined a multitude of different use cases for each of the test sites. The basic topics we are covering are the targeted application of plant protection, or the whole precision farming tasks, where we do very local operations within a field. We are dealing with irrigation management, with soil state and soil readiness analysis, and with the behavioral analysis of livestock. So just to summarize it, Atlas will bring a new level of interoperability to digital agriculture. We are aiming to interconnect agricultural machine sensors and data services, simplifying all processes along the agriculture value chain, and enabling also possibilities for new business models for and with the farmer. That was it so far. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much, Stefan. We have two questions. I will just briefly let you know about them. But I'm sorry, I completely forgot to introduce our colleague, Ioana Antonopoulou, who is working. Ioana, maybe see you for a second. Ioana is working for our communication partner in Atlas, Atom, and she's dealing with all your questions today and possible technical problems. Yeah. Okay. So then we have 3 questions now. Oh, 4. Okay. More and more are coming. So that's why we are here. And first of all, we will take your questions, of course. So the first question is there any TRL requirements regarding the proposed solution. Stefan, Peter, do you understand what it is about?
Yes, I mean, yes, there is. I mean, at the end of the project, there shall be a working product. Actually, when it comes to cloud, this shall be the new standard that IF will support. So it's going to be a full-fledged product at the end of the project timeline. And it's going to be the new standard that actually, I would say, all global machine manufacturers are going to use. So yeah, I think you will have a large-scale product at hand at the end of the project. So, but it takes a while until we are there.
I mean, I can comment also on this. What we have promised for Atlas is for the whole projects, we will end up between TRL 6 and 7. And for the proposed solutions in the open calls, I would say it is, of course, in your interest that you take the chance and develop something which could be used in the end. And I would recommend that you at least aim at these TRLs 6 to 7, that you have something which can then be is ready for being taken up by the market. And I mean, of course, you won't be able to develop a full product out of this, but I would recommend that you are aiming for the high TRLs here as the whole project.
Thank you very much. That was a question from Luca. Luca, if you didn't receive your answer to the question or would like some more specifics, just write your question at the end. I will forward it further. So the next question is from Edita. Could we share the presentation afterwards, Stefan, to all participants? Yeah, so they find it.
I mean, we could put that on the web page where we announce the webinars.
Okay, great. That will be even better. Yeah, and you will anyway have a recording available. So the next question is from Fleming. Do you leave United Kingdom out of Europe? No, we don't. Why? United Kingdom is eligible for Horizon 2020 project. It's probably left out of EU member states, but it's in other countries. It's eligible, if that's what was your question.
I think it's still, UK is still eligible for Horizon 2020. So, but I'm not sure if it's for Horizon Europe, if it's also eligible there. So I would say it's maybe a last chance to get some EU funding for research here.
Okay, yeah. Anyway,
at least if there's a hard Brexit, I mean.
Yeah, it's eligible for our open call anyway. Yeah. So the next question from Valerio: what are exactly the services that you offer within Atlas? Very good question. Who will take that? What are the exact services that we offer within Atlas?
And I can maybe state here, a lot of people see Atlas as a platform. It's not really a platform because in our opinion, a platform that centralizes a lot, this we have seen in many cases, and to our understanding, that's kind of the recipe for failure. What Atlas is best described with is an interoperability network. We have central components, but they're kept to an absolute minimum. So you have a central registry, meaning you need to register as a company once. That's what you need to do. And then there will be a set of APIs that are actually expandable. So there will be parts that is standardized. We will standardize there what is known today. So definitely what can go into an ISA bus and back, what is supported by frameworks like the ADAPT, by OGC, these things we will support. And then we want to do it in a way that any partner can actually put in new requirements as by themselves. there will be a set of, as we see it, central requirements or formats that we can support, but we try to be as inclusive as we can there. And we are also now thinking of how we deal with then default data sets when there are different data sets for the same available and so on. So there will be a few central components on top, and there will be the app store that is going to be central on top, but that's kind of it. All the rest is actually left to the different companies. So, and that's the beauty of it. You will stay independent. What you will need to do is register yourself and implement the respective APIs, and then you will be able to participate in the Atlas network with a lot of benefits, actually.
I can also comment on this. I mean, what I've explained is that we have these 30 partners and these work packages where the data analysis work is done, where the decision support systems, the high-level algorithms are done, and all these partners are, of course, implementing their solutions also as part of the Atlas network. And I mean, we have started in October, so what you could expect in the first round of Atlas is that we have a set of services available which you can access through the service registry, which allows you to get access to data coming from sensor networks from the farm. So that is what our partners in the consortium are implementing, and so that is something what we can provide. But Peter is absolutely right. Atlas has only a minimum of central components, and you will get access to the service registry, to all APIs, and to services accessing for data. And then as the project evolves, there will for sure be more services for data analysis hosted by our partner institutions available.
Thank you very much. Yep. Lots and lots new questions are coming. That's very good that you are that interested, and we hope that you are able to have. I'm referring to our participants now, that you are able to have a good lunch now and watch a webinar, and you will be not unhappy if it takes a little bit longer than expected. So thank you. The next question is, I would like to know if a phenotyping tool for researchers, breeders is relevant for any of Atlas projects. Is the question clear to you, Stefan and Peter?
Yes, it is. Yeah,
Okay.
it is clear to me. Well, the Atlas project itself is not focusing on offering solutions. It's focusing on offering the operability, the interoperability of the solutions. In case you see a market for such a phenotyping app and you want to have access, easy access to machines, to sensors and back, and bring all this together, then Atlas is the right environment for you. You should then really try to submit a proposal. We will review it, but it is up to you to bring in the expertise on phenotyping and to work with it. What we are going to deliver to you is the central registry where you can register to then through APIs access the other data points. So what you have to make sure if you want to have a comprehensive phenotyping platform finally is that you have the right sensors in place and that you have these partners, the sensor producers on board, so that you have the right interfaces to each sensor. And when doing that, you will probably also be the first one doing so and might be the one that will shape how these first API or set of API is going to look like. So big opportunity for you to actually drive this topic forwards afterwards. Again, Atlas by itself is not about creating the solution, it's about creating the interoperability and the connectivity that is behind it that you need.
Thank you, Peter. The next question, I don't know, it's a very common question though, but I don't know if you have an answer to that. Could you please detail the different solutions you are looking for?
There is no different solution we are looking for. It's not, what we are looking for is to grow the Atlas ecosystem. The higher the TRL to be reached, the higher the potential, the higher the chances to get through. Because what we want is to build an ecosystem, and that now is the start. Either it's a very, very interesting and innovative call, or it has the reach, or it has the potential, it has maybe the technical challenge we look for. So there are different aspects, but if you think of it, we want to bring this topic forward. It is going to be, there's no question of this, it is going to be the new standard and probably replacing stuff like ISO XML in the future. Which is going to be driven by all the machinery producers that are actually part in this project. So there's going to be quite some change, and if we do that right, we can have a big network even at the end of the proposal of the project, and that can also again leverage your company and your expertise that you are able to bring in.
Maybe I can also add something. So the question was about the solutions we are looking for, the details. I mean, the only detail I would give you here is it has to be relevant for the market, for a farmer, for along the agricultural value chain. And if you could provide such a solution, whatever that solution looks like, that would be something we are looking for. And I mean, if you look at our open call description, we have some lead topics here where you could see if your solution fits in one of these, but we also have a technology open topic, because we are not looking at really specific solutions for a specific topic. We look for solutions that work and which are needed by the end users. That's the detail I can give here.
Very good, thank you very much. Yes, the next question is from Konstantinos. When you say product development, would you accept the development of a sensor and service related to it, all interconnected to the Atlas network and utilizing other Atlas connected sensors?
Yes.
Yep. Simple.
I mean, there's a limitation on budget that is there. We have the components that we need for the project, which is the interoperability and all these parts to be implemented. And yeah, that's exactly a nice case. That's what these calls are for, to bring forward such topics. If there is a need that is covered by that sensor working afterwards. So we're also looking for the added value for the farmer finally, or another stakeholder in the environment or ecosystem.
Thank you. Yes, the next question is, will the Atlas partners act as high-level consultants to the winners of the first open call? Very good question. Yeah, basically I can take it. Yes, we decided that each company that we will fund under the open call will get an individual mentor, an expert within the project who will take care of you, let's say, and will help with all technical and practical questions that you have. Besides, I will be coordinating you and I will be supporting you during the all 6 months. So in terms of any administrative questions. So going back to your question, yes, there will be a partner except for you.
I would even go further. I mean, the beauty of Atlas is there are different players in there, and when it comes to use cases, not everything is nailed down. It's pretty open still, because it's all about the interoperability. And there's some money for use cases in the project itself that is going to be used for certain cases. And they're described actually also online what they are. If your thing is falling into one of these pots, there's a very high likelihood you're going to be connected to the core members to actually integrate and work together. So there's a big opportunity to even leverage other budget for the good of use. So yeah, but it needs to fit. And definitely there will be the core partners to answer your questions, because we want finally you to have a product that works.
Very good, thank you. Another question from Valerio. What are the API data that you can provide? And what are the apps? API data?
The API.
And, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
well, that's, yeah, Stefan, take it.
I mean, we will have, of course, the standard OpenAI documentations about interfaces, how to connect to the service registry. Each service producing data will come with an API. We are dealing mostly with REST interfaces, I would say, but not only. But everything you would need will be documented. And I mean, I can also say this: it's an ongoing project. If something is missing, we will provide it to you, of course, and we will assist you in connecting your solution to that network.
I would say you can even shape these parts of the network together with the consortium if you have a call that is covering areas that are not yet covered.
Okay, very good. I think Valerio has another related question, but I think that you received the answer for the both questions. Let us know if it's not the case. The next one is from Jacob regarding 3D printing. What are the solutions you are looking for?
Gosh, no idea, actually. Something that creates value for farmers or one in the industry. I mean, maybe one important thing, we're not looking for just technology innovations. We are looking for good use cases being brought to life, like products that can be used afterwards in the farming world. They can be innovative. They don't need to. It's just, it's really about the value you create with the final customer. So that is always going to be the number one we will be looking for overall.
I mean, the value for the end user, that should be in the focus, and we are looking for these kind of solutions. I mean, for 3D printing, it's as Peter said, we do not exactly know. If we would have known what we especially want to do and looking for, we would have written it into our proposal and made work get out of it. But this is something where if you have the knowledge and an idea what could be needed by farmers, be it toys for pigs or whatever, or things you attachment things, or then just write it in the proposal and submit it, and we will have a look at it. And we are not looking for really a dedicated solution here. We have given you a set of topics which we thought that would be relevant in digital agriculture, but then it's really up to you to convince us that this solution you are providing has a value for the end user.
I mean, I make one example. It could be that you 3D print some guidance system, some parallel driving system for tractors that you just can mount easily. But then what it all will be about in this case is how do you then connect the different data streams so that the tractor drives correctly over the field and so on. So it would probably not be about the 3D printing what we're looking for. It's again, it's the interoperability piece, it's the data, it's the end user value.
But if it would something be like which makes it for a farmer easy to make a 3D model for whatever, send it to Shapebase, and it's already printable, something like this, which makes life easy for farmers, for any other end users, also for machinery industry, of course. It's up to you.
Thank you. Very good. So the next question is again from Fleming, who was concerned about the participation of the UK. How do you see Atlas working with ROS 2.0?
With ROS?
With ROS. Well, actually, what we have in there is this app engine concept, and what we want to do is that we will have this so-called TNI, so Tractor and Implement API, and we want to have short calls there, something similar to ROS. So I think we will take over most of the concepts that we think are useful from ROS, but Stefan, not directly integrating it. This is like probably connecting to it.
I have to think about it. I mean, if you are developing a robot using ROS, then you would need to build some kind of an Atlas connector. But we are not using ROS 2.0 in Atlas. At least we are not at the point where this decision is made. But I don't think that will be one of the real technical solutions we are going to use. But yeah, it's hard to give an answer now.
Sorry, Stefan. I mean, what I would see is if you would say we create the connector to ROS 2, that could be a very good project. I mean, because finally, if the TNI API we are developing is not supporting ROS, that could be an issue. So if you could take on that job, you could pretty much shape that part. And yes, I think it's an important thing. I mean, a lot of what we do in the Atlas is actually making the machinery industry, and this includes also machines in a barn, whatever it is, making it ready for kind of robots to interact with each other, and their ROS could be core. So yeah, that's definitely important.
Thank you very much. The next question, how can we be a priori informed for the other solutions within the Atlas that we can interoperate with? So I've already seen such kind of questions. Dimitris is asking this one. So the question is, are we going to make all other cases available for all participants that they can interoperate with them?
I mean, that's the idea, to my understanding. Making it open, meaning connecting to everyone. I mean, if it makes sense, yeah, then we would do that. But that would be like, how would I say it? It would be on a per need cases, not kind of a general, you get access to everything. This would have to be discussed and then agreed with all the partners in the project, also what they can contribute. So there's no blanco check for access to everything. And also the partners need to agree to do that.
Right, okay. Dimitris, let us know if that was the answer you were looking for. We have lots of questions, but we run out of time. I would suggest that we take probably 1-2 more questions. How do you feel about that, Stefan, Peter?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, then we will cover other questions during the next webinar, or we will provide written answers. We will see how it works. Okay, then the next question is, maybe you mentioned, could you confirm that IP belongs to the company? So meaning
There
that
are parts which will be open to everyone, like the whole interoperability piece. That's the sake of it. That's kind of what we do it for. And all that is specific, like your algorithms, that stays your background knowledge and will remain with you. Yeah, entirely.
The things which Atlas will produce are to some extent open to the public, mainly these things which enabling the interoperability of the network. But all the things you bring in as IP, that will stay yours, and you are free to make this a product where you can earn money with.
Okay, very good, thank you. So one more question, or what do you say?
Yeah, we can do one more.
Yep, okay. Let me see technical. There are a few administrative questions that I'm sorry, we are not going to cover administrative questions today. I would like to use our experts to answer your technical questions, and then we can work. Right. Question from Dario. Will label dataset for irrigation and soil cases be offered on the platform? And will there be any ready-made embedded ML models be available? Sorry for my pronunciation of the technical.
Yeah. I see where the question goes to. Honestly, we cannot promise such a thing. Maybe yes, maybe no. I'm not sure if we already have some. By the time you start with the project, we have a lot of label data sets available. So it's nothing I can really answer now. I'm afraid to say.
Yeah, and it's nothing that I would see as something that Atlas is currently providing, like labeled data sets, just like that is not what we are going to provide ever. The data and everything always belongs to the company you connect with. So, or to actually the data owner, it can be the farmer or whoever, and it's GDPR compliant and so on. So don't expect labeled data set. You will need to have your partner in that expert area you work with and you want to connect with. And the Atlas piece will be the connectivity to it or the final product you are going to create. This is not a research platform, and it's not meant to be a platform where you get centralized data to make your life easier for the development. It's access to partners and it's interoperability with partners, but no central database, no central storage, and there you go. So there's also no central data set with tagged labeled data. If yes, then it's with a partner in the consortium, and then you need to agree with that partner to get access to it. So that's the way it works. Atlas is not a central hub or a central thing. Forget about this. It's, as I said, it's an interoperability network and an ecosystem. It's not a platform as you would think of it, and it's no central storage. So this is partner-wise. You need to agree with them. So if you hand in a proposal, find a partner and submit with him.
I mean, if one of our research partner decides to provide such a data set after 2 years of the project, it might be the case, but it's not foreseen from us, and we do not force them to do so. But I mean, there are chances that will happen because we have research partner in the project. But that's nothing we will offer per se in the project.
Also, we will not offer any models being implemented there. Again, it's partner specific. You need to find that partner and work directly with him. And then it's all about, again, the interoperability between the two of you. So the APIs, the data exchange, and so on.
And if our partners implement such a machine learning model and provide it as a service in the Atlas network, then it might be available to you, but it's nothing we can really guarantee.
Okay, thank you very much.
I think the important conclusion here for you guys is Atlas is going to be the new standard, like you think ISO XML or other things that are bringing you to the tractor or how you connect the sensor. I think there's a high chance that when you invest here is going to be sustainable and long run, but it's a minimum of central components, meaning it's more or less an address book to find each other, and it's a set of APIs. It's a bit more, but that's what the essence of Atlas is. And all the rest you think of platform is not what Atlas is going to be. That's important, because we also believe that this can be a successful way forward, because each partner only has to adopt its product with a minimum of requirements and not to rebuild it. And having these central monsters, we just don't believe in it. It's more cost and it's no benefit.
Okay, thank you, Peter. Thank you, Stefan. I think that we will stop taking questions and answering them here. And we decided to hold webinars every week in July to help you guys to complete your proposals on time. The deadline is 15th of September. I hope after today you will see the clearer picture. If you have any questions, meantime, please send them to us to opencall.atlas-2020.eu. You will easily find this email address on the web page or in the database. Basically, Peter said already the main takeaway that it's an open network, and we are looking for any solutions that are relevant to the market that can help the end users. That's the main point. The second main point as well. So regarding all your questions regarding funding, what costs are eligible, how to provide us with your work plan, and so on and so forth, we will get back to those questions next time. And thank you for your active participations. We really appreciate that you are interested in our project. And yeah, thank you for your questions and for attention today. Right, thank you, Stefan, thank you, Peter, thank you, Ioana, and then that's it for today.
Thanks for your interest in Atlas, and we are looking for your proposals.
Exactly, yeah, right. So have a nice day all and everyone, ciao.
Have a nice day, bye.
Bye.